It's always kind of striking, isn't it, how fast the sort of chaos of online content can just slam right into the real world.
Yeah, head on with actual rules, actual consequences.
Exactly. One minute it's like a game, maybe a viral thing happening, and the next, well, it's a legal situation with real stakes. So today we're going to take a deep dive into exactly that kind of collision. We're talking about the recent arrest of the streamer Duke Dennis.
Right. Popular guy.
Very. And we're basing this on key bits from the source. Duke Dennis, San Antonio arrest and streamer fallout.
Okay.
Our mission, really, for you listening, is to kind of cut through all the noise online, get the facts straight, the who, what, when, where, why, and maybe figure out what this whole thing tells us about, online fame hitting reality.
That intersection.
Yeah. Okay, let's unpack this. So that immediate collision you mentioned.
Yeah.
The big question is what exactly went down?
Right.
Because the news just broke today, August 3rd, 2025. Duke Dennis, a really well-known streamer, arrested in a mall in San Antonio. And the charges are criminal trespassing and evading arrest.
Right. So my first thought on those charges, criminal trespassing, okay, that points to ignoring property rules. But the evading arrest part?
Yeah.
Well, that often suggests, an active attempt to avoid the police right there in the moment. It kind of escalates things, legally speaking.
So not just minor stuff.
Potentially not. I mean, even trespassing can be notable for someone with a big public profile, like a brand to protect. But adding evasion, that can definitely complicate things. Think platform scrutiny, brand deals, that sort of thing.
That's a really good point about the brand implications.
Yeah.
And here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Who else was there and what were they doing?
Okay.
So the source says this happened during what sounds like, well, a possible prank.
Yeah.
Or maybe a hide-and-seek game, something like that.
In a mall.
In a mall. And get this, another AMP member, Kai Cenat, big name,
Yeah.
part of that streamer group, AMP, he was apparently seen filming the moment of the arrest.
Wow. Okay, filming it.
Yeah. Now, this is all happening while AMP is doing this big summer content thing in Texas. But the source is careful to say there's no official link made between this arrest and that specific campaign.
Still the timing.
Right. The timing is definitely noticeable.
Well, that filming element, that really changes the whole dynamic, doesn't it?
How so?
It's not just, online stuff has real consequences. It's about the performance of it all. Streaming culture, where even getting arrested might be seen as, well, content.
Like another clip for the channel.
Maybe, or at least that's the vibe it can give off. It blurs lines way more than, say, old school celebrity run-ins. That constant drive for viral moments, for engagement. Sometimes it feels like it pushes creators right up to the edge, legally or just in terms of, basic common sense in public.
Yeah.
It makes you ask, does having the camera there, the potential audience watching, change how people act, or does it just make the fallout bigger?
That performative thing is, it's something else.
Did the source give any more detail on the prank itself? Like, was it meant to be disruptive or just, fun gone wrong?
It doesn't spell out the exact prank, no. But you know how it is with online content, right? In a public place like a mall, the line between, oh, it's just fun, and hey, you're disrupting things is super thin.
Especially with a big streamer.
Exactly. You get fans showing up, maybe the streamer feels pressure to make it dramatic for the camera, or maybe security or police just react strongly to the whole scene. It shows how fast an in-game idea turns into a real-world issue with private property and public order.
Okay, so fast forward to now, the immediate aftermath. As we're talking, Duke Dennis is apparently still in custody.
Still detained, yeah.
And online. Predictably, it's exploded. Fans are all over social media, and the source's reactions are really mixed all over the place.
Not surprising.
So what does that mean? When something this public happens to a streamer, for him, for his community? Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, those mixed reactions you mentioned, they're super revealing.
In what way?
You often see this split, right? There's the anything for content crowd, maybe fans who see it as like, oh, that's just Duke, or even find it kind of compelling, weirdly, part of his story now.
Right. And the other side.
Then you have others who are maybe genuinely worried about the legal stuff or disappointed. They might feel it makes streamers look bad,
Yeah.
It forces the whole community watching to think about the real world side of the entertainment they follow. It's just a really clear example of how the digital world and the legal system are bumping up against each other more and more. Actions taken for clips, for engagement, they can have very real, very tangible outcomes. Intent doesn't always matter in the end.
Okay, so let's try and pull this together quickly.
Yeah.
We've been diving into Duke Dennis's arrest today. August 3rd, 2025, down in a San Antonio mall.
Yep.
Charges.
Hmm.
Criminal trespassing, evading arrest. It happened during some kind of possible prank or game, apparently.
Right. The details are still a bit fuzzy on that part.
And crucially, fellow AMP streamer Kai Cenat was seen filming the actual arrest.
Which adds that whole performance layer we talked about.
Exactly. And while AMP is active in Texas now, the source says no official connection's been made to their big campaign.
Important clarification.
As of right now, Duke Dennis is still in custody, and yeah, social media is just buzzing with all kinds of reactions from fans. So hopefully that gives you a pretty clear, concise picture of what's unfolded.
Yeah, and I think this whole situation really just highlights how that digital content landscape keeps changing. There's this constant pressure, right, for creators to get engagement, get views, combine that with the intense spotlight they're under. The line between online fun and real-world trouble gets finer and, honestly, trickier to walk all the time.
It's not just a simple case of actions having consequences then.
No, I think it's more nuanced. It points to how maybe the expectation of going viral, especially in certain streaming circles, can sometimes, well, push aside common sense, and then the legal system has to figure out how to deal with that, trying to weigh intent versus what actually happened.
So a final thought for everyone listening to mull over.
Yeah, maybe think about this. As you see things like this unfold, what responsibilities do the creators themselves have? What about the platforms they use? And maybe even the audience, you know? What part do we all play in setting the boundaries for online entertainment, especially when those boundaries suddenly crash into legal ones?